Welcome to Traditional Cooking. In this episode we're going to make and then bottle sweet pickle relish. For this recipe you will need 4 cups of cucumbers, 2 cups of onions, 2 cups of bell pepper, a 1/4 cup of kosher salt, 3.5 cups of granulated sugar, 2 cups of cider vinegar, 1 tablespoon of celery seed, and 1 tablespoon of mustard seed. You will also need sterilized jars, rings, and new flats. Begin by finely chopping the 2 cups of onion. To prepare the bell pepper, cut them in half and then de-seed them and devein them. Then slice into very thin slices. Group the slices together and then chop into small pieces. If you have some red bell pepper, it is fine to use that as it adds extra color and makes for a nicer looking product. However, if you do not, don't fret it, it will still taste the same. When you get 2 cups, go ahead and add it into your onions. With the cucumbers, do not peel them, but slice them in half and then scoop the seeds and the inside out basically with a spoon. You can then slice these into very thin slices also. Then go ahead and group these also and chop them into small pieces. When you have 4 cups or a little more, go ahead and add this into your onions and your bell pepper. Mix these ingredients slightly and then cover it with the kosher salt, just sprinkling it all around so it's nicely placed. Cover with water and allow this mixture to set for 2 hours. In a large pot, mix the sugar, the vinegar, and the seeds together and then bring to a boil. Drain the vegetables and then add those into this boiling mixture. Bring the mixture back to a boil and then reduce the heat to a simmer and let it simmer for about 10 minutes. While the mixture is simmering, make sure to get your flats into a small saucepan full with water in it and bring it to a boil so you'll have your flats prepared and ready to go. You will also want to have a stock pot with enough water in it to cover just over the tops of your bottles when you add them in, and have this to a boil. This is for what we call a hot water bath. With a slotted spoon, remove the vegetable mixture and put it into your jars. Add back in just enough of the brine mix to cover the vegetable mixture and bring the level up to just under a 1/2 inch away from the top of the jar. Make sure the edge of the jar is clean and then add on your heated flats. Then you'll want to go ahead and tighten a ring on it to keep your bottle sealed well. Let the bottles process in the boiling water for 10 minutes for 1/2 pints and about 13 minutes for pints. Remove the jars with jar tongs and place on a folded towel to cool overnight. The next day, when your bottles have sealed, go ahead and remove the rings and then clean your jars with a soft, moist towel. Using a magic marker, go ahead and mark the lids on your jars so that you know what product you have and when it was made. Your sweet pickle relish is now ready for the pantry, and make sure you rotate your stock.